Lord, help us. What have we tried to prove, Christians? What have we tried to prove? Let me tell you something. The call has almost killed us. I'm going to say that again. The call has almost killed us. He hadn't called us to the call. He's called us to be the call. And we have messed ourselves up. But the judgment that you placed on yourselves coming off today, because the glory is going to release you from it. And it's made you something that you're miserable with, but the joy will be restored unto you today. Can I tell you a little bit? This ain't just normal preaching. But I'm going to tell you something. Normal preaching didn't get me off drugs. This ain't normal preaching, but normal preaching don't keep me out of folks' bedroom.
Come on.
Now, see, y'all I know y'all stay within y'all's borders and boundaries. I mean, I'm just feeling that one back for them. Lord, help us. We in big time trouble. We in big time trouble, thank to God, when we think that our sin won't find us out. When we think our rebellion is the sin of witchcraft, we in big time trouble. Folks, we in big time trouble when we hear a message from the Word of God and we don't let it penetrate us and saturate us and bring true intimacy, bring life to us, bring healing and wholeness to it. We in big trouble. I had a lady in my shop one day, she said, well, what is all this stuff? I said, it's healing. She's a Sunday school teacher. It's healing. She said, I don't understand all this. You know, she had an attitude. No Christian, can't imagine that. What is all this? I said, it's healing. Don't you want some of it? She was diabetic and she was deaf in one ear. I didn't know these things. I knew I had to talk real loud when I talked to her, but I didn't know where her affliction was. I just thought she liked bad family. And so she said, I just don't know. Well, my God, that's why you're offended. Because if you don't understand something, it's time to seek it. Don't just sit back and say, well, I don't understand what she said. Go home and look up the glory. The Bible is full of the glory of God, but it's the missing part of the church. It's the missing part of the church. We have put so much emphasis on this and that and the other that we miss the glory of God. Lord, forgive us. To the point that we can't even really trust God for what His Word says. She looked at me like, So you want some? Said, bitterness, Dr. Thomas told me one time, bitterness is I think you might have to do it. Word God says it's the rightness of that own. Forgiveness, unforgiveness. I don't know what unforgiveness. I don't have unforgiveness. I don't have bitterness. I said, you sound like you don't. I mean, she had color on her head. She wasn't going nowhere. I had 35 minutes to set that woman free in Jesus' name. Amen? She said, I'm not bitter. Let me tell you something, saints. The very thing you think you don't have, you are each slam up with.
Come on.
And if you want to keep it, keep it. But God is a God that healeth thee. If He is who He says He is He not a healer, or are we not lining up with His healing? And you say, well, I'm teaching Bible school and I'm teaching vacationism. Listen, it ain't what
Come on.
I don't want to have been doing things that working for me, giddy up. Well, then you only gonna have one horse. When you could have a horse farm. You could have quarter horses. You could get you a